was a teenage crush.
You look great.
He was this gorgeous guy. He had a gorgeous car.
The promise of a first kiss.
I was 16. At that moment, we were in our own little world.
A little world shattered.
I could see horror in his eyes. I thought I was gonna die.
With only one way out.
Oh my God, the car!
She was trapped.
I knew I had to fight in order to save my life. Dear God, someone help me.
It's a cold day in Woburn, Massachusetts. 16-year-old Erin Heggie is at the end of her shift at the corner store. When she hears the roar of an engine, it means Mark, her date, is arriving.
God, I was like, oh my God, he's really here. I didn't know if he was really gonna pick me up. I was so excited. I asked my boss if I could leave because he was there. And he said, yep, you can go ahead. I can make it.
Mark.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. You look great. Thank you. Thank you so much for letting me take you out.
Thanks for picking me up.
You ready to go?
I am. I'm excited.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
This car is so amazing.
It's nice, huh?
To a high school girl, Mark's car is a big part of his appeal.
His car was like his baby. Inside there was not one bit of dust. The outside was shiny. It was his first car.
It wasn't a Toyota. He had this car that's kind of the dream boat of most young men.
I like that outfit on you. You look really good.
Oh, you too.
Erin's been admiring Mark for a while now. She's homeschooled and out of the social loop.
So factor these polynomials using the three special cases.
The only boy she saw every day was Mark, who delivers the morning paper.
All of a sudden, I could hear his car because it was loud.
A sound that makes her heart skip.
He was a boy in the neighborhood, really nice, very handsome kid. And I knew Erin really liked him.
All the girls were crazy about him.
Erin included.
And I'd be like, always trying to get a peek of him, always. Because he was just so gorgeous. You had to pay on Friday, and he would knock for pay.
Hey, Mom, can I give him the check?
What check?
That check.
This one?
And I'd be like, Mom, I'll pay him. Let me pay him.
Come on. Come on.
Right here.
So she'd give me the money, and I'd pay him.
Hey.
Hey. Hi. I have a check for you.
Yeah, and, this is for you.
Your car is so cool.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? He said, could I pick you up after work? Give you a ride home from work? She was all excited. She said, yeah.
That would be great.
Well, cool. Sounds like a plan then.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, Mark.
I was always hoping that one day we'd go out as boyfriend and girlfriend.
And here they are. Mark's in no hurry.
This is the romantic American date. that could have taken place in 1956. It's young love. They're driving around in the car. It's sweet.
He put his hand on my knee. I was like, oh, so excited.
This Boston suburb isn't all dream dates and romantic rides. The papers Mark delivers are buzzing about a series of jarring crimes.
People are kind of jumpy. Reporters were kind of jumpy. There were 2 incidents in Salem, Massachusetts.
A home invasion and a sexual assault that has the women of the town on edge.
There was an unusual undercurrent of violence. We had some sort of crime wave on our hands.
But that's not what Aaron's thinking about now.
You know, I actually just got my driver's permit. Do you think maybe I could drive it?
He's like,
I don't even let my dad drive this car.
I will be so careful, please.
All right. But you can't drive too fast because I don't want you to get pulled over.
I won't. I will be super careful.
Later, he pulled over to let me drive.
You better be good to her, though, okay?
I promise.
Yeah.
Who is that?
I don't know.
Hey, can you turn off your brights?
Man, come on, pull forward or turn your lights off or something.
Come on, Mark, I think we should go.
Hey, you guys know the way to Lower Lake Road? Man, you scared the hell out of us.
Yeah, it's down about a mile. You can't miss it.
Oh, great. Sorry about that. Have a good night. Thanks a lot.
You too. I can drive, right?
You can drive.
Okay.
So he just let me drive, and we just kept driving. We drove around for about 45 minutes. We looked over at each other, and he said, "You want to go park at the lake?" The Mystic Lakes, it's a place where everybody goes fishing. There's a dock and a boathouse.
But fishing isn't on Mark's mind.
I was nervous knowing that we were going to the makeout spot. It was dark. It had to have been 10:30 at night, and it was a full moon that night, so it was real bright.
Aaron will never forget this moment for all the wrong reasons.
There really isn't a lot of violent stranger rape, but most of the time, the perpetrator and the victim know each other.
I was shocked. It was a shocking moment.
Aaron and Mark are parked at Mystic Lake, a popular lover's lane.
I just wanted to make sure that it worked out right so I could keep him. I wanted him as a boyfriend. The moon was shining off the lake, and I turned over to him, and he turned over to me. We started kissing. It was sweet, very sweet. I was 16. At that moment, it was exciting, very exciting. We were in our own little world and paying attention to nothing but each other.
Distracted, and in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Someone pulled me out and he said, I have a gun.
What the hell, man?
And all of a sudden, Mark's getting beaten bad with sticks.
Take that!
And it was horrible. I didn't know what to think. I was scared, and I just didn't know what to think. All of a sudden, someone comes around the car. And he says,
My. Look what we have here.
What do you want? Just say what you want.
Mark tries to prevent the attackers from turning on Aaron.
No, get out of here, she's mine.
Don't hurt her!
he grabbed me, and he picked me up by my waist.
Aaron!
I said, please, sir. No, sir, you don't want to do this. Please don't do this.
And they drag her off to the woods.
It's here that Aaron's worst nightmare begins.
He laid me down, and when he put me down is when he tried to penetrate, and I wouldn't let him. I was fighting. I was pushing back, and screaming. It was a fight for life. I knew I had to fight in order to save my life. Then he grabbed me by my throat. I could see, like, in his eyes, it was just like horror. I thought I was gonna die.
Stop fighting! I will snap your neck like a twig!
I couldn't scream anymore. I couldn't fight anymore.
Nearby, Mark has been badly beaten.
I would guess that his emotions were pain, anger, fear, guilt at not being able to protect his date.
Their attackers suddenly make a surprising move.
Come on, guys, let's go, young, go!
One of the kids said, we gotta go, we gotta get out of here. At that point, he dropped me. I ran and hid behind a tree. But when I ran behind the tree, I saw them all jump in the car. They all jumped in the car and took the car.
Mark's car, and Mark's barely hanging on.
I ran down to Mark.
Oh, Mark. Are you okay? Oh, Mark, are you okay?
He was just laying there. Just laying there.
I think they broke her ribs.
You're gonna be okay.
He was beaten pretty bad around the face and the chest area.
Mark, you gotta be strong, okay? We gotta get out of here. Okay? Okay, let's go. Come on.
I was picking him up and trying to get him up. He was having a wicked hard time.
Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on.
Then, out of nowhere, Aaron hears a familiar rumble.
Oh my God, the car, they're coming. We gotta go.
For sure they were coming back. They're gonna come back and they're gonna kill us. There was nothing there. It was just us two. We didn't know what to do. We couldn't run up there because they were right there.
They were trapped.
There's only one way out.
I just wanted to get help. I just wanted to live.
that attacked Aaron and Mark has escaped in Mark's Camaro.
You gotta be strong, okay? We gotta get out of here.
But are they really gone?
I could hear the car. It was a loud car. I thought for sure they were coming back. And I thought for sure they were going to come back and kill us.
Aaron's convinced they're right around the corner.
I could still hear the car, and I was scared.
They were trapped, so she said the only way to get away from them is we're going to have to swim the lake.
That lake's probably colder than you think. The sort of fear that would take over as you hear this car coming back, the only place to go is into the water.
I just wanted to get help. I just wanted to live.
If they didn't get out of the area they were in, they were going to be killed.
It's swim or die.
We jumped in the lake, and we started swimming.
Are you okay? Come on, we gotta keep going. We can make it. Come on. You can do it. Come on.
I believe it was almost like 2 or 3 miles they had to swim in the dark.
I hear the talk. Come on.
I kept hearing the car. But I didn't know if they were right there or where they were. We just kept swimming.
Stay, we can do it. You can make it, okay? We can do this.
We were both, like, petrified that either we're gonna die by their hands or we're gonna drown.
Aaron and Mark struggle to stay afloat in the frigid waters.
It's not a small pond. This is a pretty healthy swim.
Come and bite my leg.
It's okay. It's okay. Come on, we gotta keep going.
There were water rats in the water.
We can't stop.
To hear there's water rats would have made me just go under. But to be able to swim as far as she did and to be able to get away from them, I couldn't believe it.
What happened back there? He looked at me, he said, please tell me they didn't do what I think they did to you. And I said, don't worry about it, it's all right. Just we gotta get some help.
We made it.
Fortunately, Mark was an athlete and Aaron was strong enough.
We got to the other side, to the boat club. It was freezing. It was so cold. Mark's having a hard time. Because of what happened.
Aaron, what did they do to you? Please tell me they didn't do what I think they did. It's gonna be okay.
At that point, I just wanted to get help.
Just hide in here.
I hid in the boat underneath the top. I laid there.
Mark goes
And probably be feeling worse than she did in the lake.
I was underneath the tarp, and I could still hear the car. And I thought for sure that when they came back, they were going to come back and get us. They were going to find me in the boat.
alone and defenseless. Erin can only pray her nightmare is over.
Dear God, someone help me. Just help.
For exclusive footage, go to investigationdiscovery.com. Mark have escaped their attackers with a frigid swim across the lake.
We can do this!
We had to get to the other side, or they're gonna come back and they're gonna kill us.
We need it!
Their ordeal isn't over.
All right, it's gonna be okay. Here, just hide in here.
Aaron is hiding in a boat, waiting for Mark to get the police.
I could still hear the car. I thought they'd turn around and were coming back for us. He knocked on someone's door, and he asked them to call the police because of what happened. The Massachusetts State Police came. I could hear them. They called an ambulance.
Aaron and Mark's nightmare is over.
Just an awful ordeal. And a sweet little evening gone totally horrible.
She said that she had fought as hard as she could.
Mark and Aaron recover while police fan out in search of the attackers.
They found the car next town over. They had taken out the speakers from the car. One of the kids was found with one of the speakers. In the course of questioning, he gave up all of the other kids who were involved.
The ringleader who sexually assaulted Aaron is Eddie Street. 5 men are tried for carjacking. For his assault on Aaron, Eddie Street is tried for rape. None of the men are responsible for the other 2 crimes reported in the area.
I went up on the stand and I told my story. I didn't cry. I looked right at him. I got down off the stand and I walked away. And I said, whatever happens, happens. Well, they found him guilty.
Eddie Street's sentence? 18 to 20 years for rape and assault.
She was in shock for a long time, you know, after this had happened. And then she felt really bad about Mark. And I think she knew nothing was ever going to be the same again. That bothered her.
Erin is still recovering, but she will never forget Mark.
Mark and I never went on another date and never spoke again, pretty much. He feels like it killed his manhood. He couldn't save me. But he did. He was right there with me. We swam, we got out of there. It's a fight. But you want to survive, you want to live. And you want to live a good life. And I didn't let it destroy me. And now my life is good.